Imagine you are a young wizard stepping into the grand hall of Python programming. Just like in any magical realm, there are tools in programming that, while invisible, hold the power to transform chaos into order, complexity into simplicity. Among these magical tools are comments, the whispers and spells cast by programmers to communicate and elucidate their code. Comments in Python are like the notes a wizard scribbles in their spellbook. They might not be active magic themselves, but they guide and explain the spell's code to anyone who reads them. Comments are often overlooked by novice programmers who are eager to see immediate effects of their code. However, just like a wand that requires understanding and practice to be used effectively, learning to use comments is crucial for mastering Python. Comments can make or break a program. They help others understand what the wizard, programmer, was thinking when they wrote the code, making it easier for future sorcerers to learn, modify, or debug the magic spells, programs. Thus, understanding the importance of comments is like learning to use your wand properly. It is not just about casting the spell, writing the code, it's about weaving the magic with clarity and foresight. As we dive deeper into the world of Python comments, remember, every great wizard started just where you are, with a wand, keyboard in hand, ready to learn the secrets of the craft. In any magical tale, understanding the language of the enchanted scripts is key to mastering spells. Similarly, in Python programming, comments can be seen as annotations or explanations written in plain English, or any language you prefer, right within the code. They start with a hash symbol, and Python interprets this as a signal to ignore everything that follows on that line. This means whatever you write after the hash will not affect how the program runs, but it can hugely impact how well others understand your code. Imagine you're creating a spell to light up a room. In Python, this might look like. Without a comment, other young wizards might not know what your spell does or why you're using it. But with a comment like, everything becomes clearer. Comments are the whispers among wizards, sharing secrets and tips about the magic being performed, ensuring that every spell is cast for a reason and understood by all. Moreover, comments are not just for others, they're also for you. When you return to your code after a long quest, maybe a week or even just a day later, comments can remind you of your thought process. This is like leaving a trail of magical breadcrumbs to help you find your way back through the complex spells you've cast. Think of comments as notes you write to your future self, a conversation through time via the medium of code. In the library of a wizarding school, spellbooks come in various forms, each serving a different purpose. Similarly, in Python, there are different types of comments that serve various purposes. The most common type is the single-line comment, which we discussed earlier, marked by a hash. These are like short notes or reminders left in the margins of a spellbook, quick and to the point. However, there is another type of comment known as the multi-line comment or block comment. These begin with and end with the same. These are used for longer explanations that might cover the workings of a whole spell or a complex piece of magic, a segment of code. Imagine writing a detailed description or a backstory of a spell. Block comments are perfect for this. They allow a wizard to elaborate on the intent and usage of the code without cluttering it with too many single-line notes. Lastly, there's a special form of comments known as doc strings, which start and end with triple quotes just like block comments. These are particularly used for documenting a specific piece of magic, function, method, or class. Doc strings are like the formal documentation of spells, providing a standard way for wizards, programmers, to know what a function does, its parameters, and what it returns. This standardization ensures that any magician, novice or expert, can understand the intended use of the spell without needing to deduce it from the magic itself. Section 4. Why comments are your invisible mentors? In the world of programming, comments act like invisible mentors. They guide you through the labyrinth of code, offering insights and explanations that illuminate paths and unlock mysteries. For a young wizard, understanding the rationale behind each spell in their spellbook can be as important as casting the spells themselves. Comments provide this backstory, enhancing the learning process and ensuring that the code is as readable and understandable as possible. Moreover, comments foster collaboration. In the magical community, learning from fellow wizards and working together on complex spells is essential. Comments in your code allow other programmers to understand your thought process, learn from your techniques, and suggest improvements or alternative methods. This collaborative environment is crucial for growth and innovation in both magic and programming. Additionally, well-commented code is a sign of professionalism and consideration. Just as a well-organized spellbook reflects the meticulousness and skill of a wizard, a well-documented code base shows your dedication to quality and cooperation. It demonstrates that you care not only about making the code work, but also about making it accessible and maintainable for other programmers who may follow in your footsteps. Section 5. Conclusion. Mastering the art of commenting. Mastering the art of commenting in Python is like perfecting a series of spells. It requires practice, patience, and foresight. The more you practice, the more intuitive it becomes to leave helpful notes and explanations within your code. These comments not only serve to guide others, but also act as a reflection of your growth as a programmer. As you evolve from a novice to a master wizard, your comments will grow from simple notes to rich, detailed explanations and documentation. Embrace the power of commenting as part of your programming journey. Remember, the greatest wizards in history were not only powerful, but also wise teachers who left behind legacies of knowledge in their spellbooks. Similarly, by mastering comments, you ensure that your code is not just functional, but also a teaching tool and a legacy. So, wield your hash wand wisely, young wizard, and let your code tell stories not just of what it does, but of how and why it was conjured.